As some of you may already be aware, we have been working on a survival horror game in Dreams during our weekly Create live streams, which you can catch every Thursday on the channel. Our last update looked at a draft of the alleyway scene we created, as well as an introduction to the premise behind the game. I've been really enjoying interacting with all of you in the chat. Your suggestions and support has really helped to move this project along, and I'm happy with the progress that has been made in such a short amount of time. In this second project update, I wanted to shed some light on what's been done since the alleyway, as well as how the story and concept behind the game has evolved. First, let's have a look at some of the areas which have been made since. I say made, but what I really mean is sketched. This is probably what a 3D sketch would look like, since most of the environments only have basic structures and rough visualizations. I made the decision to focus less on visual detail for now, in order to get us closer to something that is actually playable in a gameplay sense. Therefore, everything you're about to see now from a graphics point of view is quite irrelevant, as it will all change in future updates. Once we leave the alleyway, we make our way through a street packed with abandoned cars and, of course, plenty of zombies eager to eat our brains. Upon reaching the end of this street, the plan is to confront you with one of the first major enemies in the game, a powerful creature which cannot be killed through regular means. Running is all you can do, but the nearest building is locked, forcing you to make your way down another side alley. Luckily, entering the building to safety through the back entrance. You are now inside the job centre. Yes, the job centre of all places. Quite refreshing to explore some areas that haven't quite been explored before in previous survival horror games, right? The job centre has been split into numerous rooms. We start off in a hallway, which leads us to a records room, a lobby, a computer room, an interview room, and of course a bathroom. And it's not just any old bathroom, it's a unisex bathroom. See how progressive we are? This will be the first area that teaches you the basics of the game, finding items, dealing with enemies in a closed space, and some minor puzzles. Gameplay and general flow of this area has yet to be fully determined, but what we do know is that one of the key items you will find is a fire extinguisher. This extinguisher can then be used on a small fire back outside on the original street you came from, allowing you to progress to the next section. Once polished, this entire section will be released as an early demo to give you all some hands-on time with what's been made so far. Feedback regarding controls and level design would of course be greatly appreciated. This demo doesn't have a date as of yet, but it won't be the only project we will be releasing in this period. There will be plenty more smaller levels and animations coming your way until then. With the level structure out of the way, let's talk more about the concept around the story. The story is also a work in progress, but I can share what's been discussed so far. The story is in a very straightforward phase at the moment. As the outbreak continues to spread, naturally you are initially looking to survive at any cost. This takes you from traversing the dangerous streets to a hospital, which will be the main portion of the game. The hospital will serve as a fortress for any remaining survivors, but it isn't without its own dangers. Not only will you have to survive whatever monstrosities are thrown at you, but as you investigate further, more secrets will begin to unravel surrounding the hospital itself and the staff. Were they responsible for the outbreak? That's a big possibility. You're not alone in this investigation, as there will be a second character going through the game with the same objective. And yes, this second character will be fully playable. As is tradition with some early survival horror games, you can choose between the two characters from the start and experience two separate campaigns. Each will have their own story and scenarios, but we'll discuss more about this and the second character in more detail in a future update. For now, the main character we will focus on will be female. There's still no backstory, name, or visual design for the character, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to let us know. Since this is a community-led project, if you have any suggestions in general, please do leave them in the comments, or join us on our next live stream every Thursday. This update has taken a look at the rough environments you'll get to explore, not only in the beginning of the final game, but also in a planned upcoming demo. Some minor details about the story surrounding the importance of the hospital and the inclusion of both playable characters. I'm really excited about the progress made so far, and the game is on track for a full release later this year. You can expect more project updates every few weeks, so make sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more and turn on the bell to stay up to date with many more upcoming projects. We do have a Patreon page which we are looking to grow as we develop more games and animated films. The idea is to focus more time on the development of these projects and who knows, one day hire more talent to help improve and speed along the process. We will always look to bring you the best games and animations that we can no matter what, but if you'd like to support us to help us grow and produce even better results, check out our Patreon link in the description below. That's all for today's Dreams video. What should we add next to the game? Let us know down in the comments below. We would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, as we bring you full coverage of Dreams PS4 plus an assortment of original animations and games of our own. Click to view a collection of our current animations or watch one of our latest videos. You can also subscribe by clicking on our little red imp. See you in the next Dreams video.